everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about the beautiful Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. I am going to be doing this look right here and kind of giving you first impressions and also how I feel about the palette overall. So if you would like to get all the details on this little baby right here, then just go ahead and keep on watching. So as you know from the intro, today I'll be messing around with the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette right here, and I literally got it in the mail the other day and I have not had the time to do anything with it, but I did peek a little bit inside the packaging, but really honestly I wanted to keep it in the box so that I can kind of appreciate the reveal just as much as you do. So I'm just gonna go and slide it out of the box. The outside and the inside kind of match. They're like a similar red packaging, shiny as well, and the back side is nice and like a matte color. So this is called the Sunrise palette, and inside there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 15 shades. So I think the packaging here is slightly smaller than the original Natasha Denona palette. Just look at this beauty, like, oh my god. Okay, so usually Natasha Denona palettes retail for $129 with 15 shades as well. So generally you're getting drastically a smaller amount than you would if you're buying the big palette, but the price difference is $65 to $129, and this is going to be way more attainable for everybody versus the other palettes that are just honestly out of a lot of people's price range. Like, I personally don't think that I could ever really just give up $129 for an eyeshadow palette. So what I want to do is play around with these colors obviously and create some kind of look, but I am going to definitely dig into the yellows, the pinks, and a couple of the glitters. So I just want to kind of feel what their consistency is like. I'm gonna grab a matte. I'm gonna go into citrine, and then I'm also gonna go into laurel. Oh my god, they're so like nice and like creamy and buttery. I love an eyeshadow like this. And I'm just going to kind of swatch this. Oh my god, yes. I'm so excited to play with them. Honestly, this is the first time that I've been able to afford Natasha Denona palettes, and this is giving me so much life. So I am going to go and set my eye with some MAC Paint Pot, and I don't think that there is a setting shade in here. I mean, I could use this shade to set. This is the shade called Morning. So I'm going to go and lightly dust this all over my lid with like a really big fluffy brush. There's not a ton of kickback because these are creamy, but I definitely am seeing a little bit of like something in the shadow that's not grabbed by the brush. So I'm just going to very lightly kind of buff this all over. I'm definitely not going to be able to use all the colors. So I think I'm going to start with the color Morgan, which is also like a nice pastel-y peachy color. I'm going to just buff this in the crease, and then we'll start this way because I do want to make this a sort of wearable look. I don't want to do anything super crazy. Because honestly, I wouldn't wear anything super crazy on my eyes anyway, so why even attempt that? This shade is blending out like butter. Next, I'm going to go into... Okay, I'm going to go into this color right here, which is called Carnelian. What does that mean? I don't know. I'm just kind of going to go over it and deepen this up slightly. This is a nice orangey color. Oh my god, can you just check out for a minute how pigmented these eyeshadows are? Usually an eyeshadow can be pigmented, but once you start blending it out, it kind of dissipates and you have to build up the color. This is blending nicely, but the pigment isn't dissipating. Like, it's still so nice and bright, and I'm a big fan. Then I'm going to grab the color Jasper on like a very pointy blender brush. I'm going to take this and really work it into this outer corner. And then really drag it into this crease, like almost all the way over. And then I'm going to go back into this orange color, and I'm going to buff this out even more and kind of almost blow this out a tiny bit more than what I already have on my eye. These colors are also so summer, and it really makes me happy. And then what I'm going to do is apply some kind of shimmer on the top, and I'm trying to figure out which one I want to do. Like, I am really enjoying this. but I don't, it's like more cool toned. But then am I gonna go in with something like this, which is something that I would always do? Or should I go into something like this? I kind of like that. This is the Awakening color, so I'm actually gonna go and just stamp a little bit of this on. And then what I'm gonna do is gonna take like a flat brush like this and go in with this color Awakening. Okay, the shimmer is not as like vavoom as I thought it would be, so I'm just gonna wet it a little bit once I get to that step. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna do the other eye, finish up the rest of my face, and jump back on so we can finish the eyes and do the underneath and kind of go from there. So catch you in a few. Hello, I'm back. So now we need to finish the underneath of the eyes, and I do want to tell you what I ended up doing on top of my eyes. So I did do the color Awakening with a little bit of like a setting spray on that same brush, and it really brightened it up, and it's beautiful, great, awesome. Then I took the color Clove, and I kind of lined my lash line here and kind of tiny bit added it into my outer corner, just to kind of like tie everything together and make it a little bit more defined and deeper. So underneath the eye, what I am going to do is I'm going to take the color Citrine and take this little blender brush. I'm going to take the color Citrine and really just go in heavy underneath the eye. And then I'm also going to take the Carnelian and kind of do it just on this outer corner. I'm going to just kind of wipe this on my arm. And I want to take the color Laurel. No, I'm going to take the color Agate. And I'm going to put it in my inner corner. Oh my god, this color is so pigmented. And then tiny bit under my brows. Now I'm going to apply some lashes and zoom you out, and we'll discuss how I feel about the eyeshadows and talk about the formula and all that good jazz when it comes to first impressions and reviews. So yeah, we're gonna skip right to me having lashes on. Alright, so this is the completed look. So let's just jump in and talk about these eyeshadows. I want to do kind of pros and cons and then overall how I feel. So the pros packaging, 100%, and it came in something like this, which is a box that was lined with some cardboard. That packaging right there is amazing because it made sure that if this was exposed to shock, that it would catch everything and nothing would come broken at all, which I think is amazing and way better than like the bubble wrap. Obviously the packaging in general is stunning. It feels nice and heavy and luxurious and high-end. So inside here, the shadows are amazing. They're super buttery, super smooth, super blendable, really nice and pigmented, and just the color scheme here makes you creative but also allows you to create really nice and neutral looks. Like you could literally do something like this and a shimmer. You could kind of stick to the less bright colors and make like a really nice and muted look. Really, really amazingly done. There's obviously a massive mirror, which sometimes I actually have been using this while traveling because the lighting in the bathroom was really awful or something like that. Price-wise, love it. It's amazing. I have zero cons, and I don't think that has ever happened. I think really what draws me into this palette is because it got me excited. When I saw that a Natasha Denona palette was retailing for $65 and it had these colors, it immediately sparked my interest and it made me genuinely happy. And with so much makeup coming out all the time, that very rarely happens. I'm like, oh wow, cool, another makeup thing came out. Like, great, awesome. It's the same thing that's been done. But the formulation here is just so good and the colors really got me going that I just couldn't pass up on buying this. And this is just so freaking amazing and I'm obsessed and I love it. Just these shadows are so freaking good. Love it. Love the look. I am super into yellows and pinks and oranges right now. So 100% yes on this baby. If you've been thinking about it, 100% go and buy it. This is where I'm going to leave my review. You obviously know my thoughts on this already. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Goodbye.